can the price of a lure actually increase out on the lake? I think so. Hey guys and girls, let's take a look at our catch of the day for February 6th. My goodness, February 6th. It's out of Psalms, our scripture's out of Psalms 112:5. 112:5. It is good to be merciful and generous. It's good to be merciful and generous. You know, we can be merciful and be an old stingy person at the same time, but it's good to be merciful and generous. You know, lures can get pretty expensive out on the water. I've told many a partner I've got one more lure just like the one I'm catching fish on, but it's $20 or $25. It's really going to cost them. Seriously, though, almost any fisherman will give a hot lure to his partner. You know, we kid about that all the time. Gotten one more of these baits, but it's $10. And then you catch a couple more fish. I've got one more of these baits, but it's $20, and on and on and on. At a bass tournament one year, a BASS tournament one year on Lake Guntersville in Alabama, I gave my partner the jerk bait, the rod, the reel, line, everything that I had just caught a limit on. He couldn't believe it. I handed him that rod, he just looked at me like kind of bewildered. But I wanted him to catch fish. My co-anglers over the years have been so amazed at the things that I do to help them catch fish. Yeah, some of those fish I probably would have caught in the tournament, might have done a little bit better, but I just always want the folks in the boat to catch fish with me. That's why Chris has always caught more fish than me. I just got to tell you that. For years, all of y'all have thought she's just a better fisherman. Now, she did win 7 Bass and Gal Angler of the Year titles and 4 Bass and Gal Classics and 25 boats, but that's the deal. I just wanted her to catch more fish than me. Just so you know. Remember, Jimmy, you're holding God's scripture in your hands. God expects and intends for us to be generous, not only with our money, but also with our time. There's a lot of people that give a lot of money to help a lot of things, and that's fantastic, but won't give any of their time. There's a lot of folks that just don't have money to give, but they can give their time. You can always give your time to help others. When we give of ourselves and our resources, we'll always receive much more in return. That's the key right there. You've heard the old deal, you can't outgive God. You can't, because when you're giving your time or your money, God's watching. And you can't outgive God. He owns it all, so you can't outgive him. That return might not be immediate, but it'll definitely come about in God's good time. It'll definitely come about in God's good time. And you know, not necessarily talking about great big giant things. You know, over the years we've done a lot with St. Jude's Hospital over in Memphis. We did a tournament with Charles and Gail Williams, our real good friends down there in Louisiana. And in that, I think we raised like $4.3 million over 13 or 14 years for a tournament that we had down there for St. Jude's Hospital. And that's a big thing, but you don't have to do the big things. Even the little things, God will reward you for. Giving your time and your money, God will reward you for that. He'll pay you back, and he'll always pay you back more. Let's take a look at our fishing tip real quick. Oh, this is a good one. Check your rod tips and your guides, particularly for breaks or cracks that can damage your line. You know, sometimes you feel your line is messed up, you retie and you fish a little bit, you feel it's messed up, you retie. A lot of times it's a broken rod tip out there that maybe you've broken by hitting on the side of the boat, or maybe you stepped on it. I've got a guy that runs our production company and has for the last 25 years, and he wears like size 30 shoes. And he steps on every rod that I've ever had in a boat forever. Pat Turner just is like, he steps on rods all the time. And a lot of my rod tips, he ends up breaking the little ceramic inserts that's in there, and in doing that, you know, if you do that, that'll damage your fishing line. So you make sure you want to check them. Let me give you one little quick tip here. The easiest way to do it is take a Q-tip. You know, the things that you stick in your ears to clean your ears out, that you're not supposed to stick in your ears to clean your ears out. Take your Q-tip, take that Q-tip and just rub it around inside of your rod tip and also the guides. And if it's got any crack or any rough spot in there, that's going to catch on that Q-tip, and it'll fit down in those guides, and you can check your rods real easy. If one of them's damaged, well, obviously you need to get it repaired because it's going to damage your line. It might cost you to lose fish of a lifetime. Hey guys and girls, beautiful day. Go out there and have you a great one. I love you.